School is back in session, and you know what that means? That means I have more time to use my favorite caraway pots and make dinner while my children are occupied. Thank you. Let me tell you about Caraway. Caraway has these non-stick kitchenware pots that make cooking a breeze and cleanup even easier than ever. With so many collections of their internet famous kitchenware to explore, there's a Caraway for every kind of cook. Lately, I've been loving my Dutch oven. And guess what? Caraway is well loved. Over 50,000 people have raved about their Caraway kitchen. Now it's time to try it for yourself. Visit carawayhome.com/TLC to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. The deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/TLC or use code TLC at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Do you ever find that just as you're trying to fall asleep, your brain suddenly won't stop talking? Do your thoughts start racing right before bed? It turns out one great way to make those racing thoughts go away is to talk them through. Therapy gives you a place to do that, so you can get out of your negative thought cycle and find some mental peace. I know personally when my brain is going through a crazy negative space, therapy helps me out. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with the licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/thinkloud today and get 10% off your first month. Visit betterhelp.com/thinkloud today. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/thinkloud.
Welcome to the Think Loud Crew podcast. We are three moms getting real with parenting, our dating lives, relationships, work, and all that good stuff. Today we have a special guest with us.
Hey.
Her name is Robin. Until we get into Robin, my name is R.
I'm Shanan.
And Cheyenne's not with us this week. She is on her way back from New York. Ryder was walking in her first fashion show at New York Fashion Week. She walked for Nike and Converse. So that's why she's not here. First, Shannon was doing all these cool things and wasn't here because she was working.
Yes, and I'm so happy to be back. I missed all of you guys, and yes, I've been working. I feel like my schedules get really crazy at times, so I work back to back, and these last couple of weeks I haven't been able to record, but I'm so happy to be back and talk, and I have so much to share and so much to talk about, and yeah.
I'm excited to do like a hair focused episode with you one day. Just so like people can see the different, just the versatility of like what it costs. Is it cosmetologist? Yeah. Or like a hairstylist.
Like I'm a beautician, but I think that'd be fun. I think my journey as a hairstylist is really different than most. I feel like I've transitioned to, I've worked at the salon for so many years, for 10 plus years. And
it's so crazy to think it's been that long.
It's been longer than 10 years, which is really crazy to think about. I feel like that whole journey is different because I took a huge break after I had Parker, and then I got into a lot of like e-com work, which I do a lot of, which is why I don't.
What is that?
E-com is like what you see like on social media,
like e-commerce.
E-com, yeah. Like, yeah. So for like clothing brands and like just seeing those pictures of like, for like brands lookbooks and stuff like that. So that's the kind of work that I do, and that's the stuff that I post. I haven't posted a lot of like my salon work because that's not what my focus is on. My focus is more on getting brands and stuff like that. But yeah.
So brands like hair product brands.
I don't not hair product brands, but like I style for clothing brands. So yeah. So I don't necessarily, I've gotten a couple brands reach out to me, but I don't do anything with brands at the moment, but that's one of my goals. I would love to get products from brands and stuff like that, and maybe eventually get into that. So if any brands want to represent me or sponsor me and give me products to try on my clients and models that I work with, I would love that. So yeah.
And all the kids. I feel like all the kids have their own like hairstyle.
Yeah.
Different
hair
types
journeys,
of hair. Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, I've gone through so many kids products. It's like hard to really find stuff, especially because, I mean, amongst us, all of our kids have different
hair
textures and hair types, and it's really costly figuring out
it
what
is
works for these
so
kids.
Costly. It's expensive.
I think it's expensive just to, let alone to just have like, I feel like when people ask me for like curly hair product suggestions, I'm like, honestly, it's trial and error for everyone. Like I have no right answer to give someone to like, try this product. Like you can try it and it might not work for you guys. So, it's such a trial and error for like
it's like
everybody.
I can swear by what I use for my kids' hair, but their texture is more fine. And I can't be like, oh yeah,
this is exactly, and it's gonna work for you.
Like a 4C course, you're like, it didn't penetrate.
It's like my kids have the curly hair, but being half Asian, their hair's more fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
it's like, different. It's a whole journey in itself. But yeah, that'd be fun to have a whole conversation about hair.
Okay. Where we are now, though. Okay, there was this one day we were having our friend episodes. We were talking about friends, and then Shanan the next weekend came over, and Robin was at the house, and then we recorded, and Shanan was like,
"Kyle has friends.
You have friends."
Kyle was sitting there talking about, I don't have friends. And then I'm sitting there like, bitch, I'm your friend.
You are my friend.
She's
new friends. Okay.
New friends. And I was just kidding about that. But anyways, so she invites me and was like, Shanan, would you like to come over for the week, for like swim and eat and all that stuff? I'm like, sure. First of all, I just thought it was going to be me and Parker and like everybody. And then she was like, oh, I have another friend coming. I'm like, bet. I love new friends. Cool. And then Robin comes with her beautiful kids. I'm like, we vibe out. And I'm like, this is amazing. And then another friend comes over with her kids. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, we just did an episode about friends. And Kyle's talking about.
The podcast inspires me.
Yeah.
But you guys been friends? It seems like you guys building this friendship.
I feel like it really took off because our kids met at preschool.
Yeah.
And one thing I think that stood out with them was that they just jumped into being boys together.
I love that.
And I was so scared, like, oh, is he gonna make friends? And then it's like, Mom, I have a new best friend and we have plans already.
Oh, wait, I love when kids make plans.
And he has a cool name. Boz was coming home talking about this kid named Hendrix, and I was like, sold. Like,
yes. Where is he at?
Yes, Hendrix can come over. Like, let's meet his mom. And we just happened to meet in like the parking lot one day, and it was like, oh, hey, girl. And then it was, I think we were both like, single mom. We were like, ooh, baby daddies. And then it was like,
I love it.
Picky eaters. And then it was like, hey, do you want to hang out?
Yeah. No, I love that. It just made me so happy to like see, like, it's so nice to meet other moms, and then to all three of us like have like vibe out and like connect and like just it was just so organic when we met. Yeah. I was like, oh, we can just we're just clicking. We can talk and like
It's really hard to connect with people in general. And
of course,
like, I mean, in our situation, it's like I've always been the young mom at whatever school.
Yeah.
Function activity, and then it's like, oh, and she's the brown one too, you know. So it was nice to meet people that are like so similar to the environment, you know. And I was just like, oh,
No, I love
I
that.
can be myself. It's so easy to talk to them, and that's really hard because people don't get the lifestyle and the things you have to do.
Or when you are the younger parent or the younger mom and they see that, they think like, I don't know, just there's a whole bunch of people who I feel like just look at you and like think differences, or just they don't know how, like they don't want to come up to you and they think, I don't know what they think, but I just am happy that you guys found each other.
I am too.
Yeah, right?
We've been
And
having
connected.
fun.
We have,
Even
like-
in the last few weeks.
I've been just like, oh my gosh.
We talk on the phone.
found-
Hold on.
This is my
Guys. Yo, I'm like, first of all, I don't like talking on the phone that much. So for me to have a friend who I'm like, it'll be late night. We'll be on the phone for like an hour and a half, like just giddy and laughing, talking about all kinds of things. The other day, after we got off the phone, Cheyenne texted me. She was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I just got off the phone with Robin." She said, "Oh shit, bitch, y'all are like actually friends."
Why
I
are you
love
so
it.
surprised? I'm trying to figure out.
Because I'm really closed off.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very, and you've picked up on it. Like there was
Yeah.
one day you were like, you just kind of seem like very like you're this fun person, like you're eclectic, but like you don't really let people in. And I was like,
experience you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And like, I think it's just so hard.
y'all gotta hit up Robin. Be like,
Listen.
what's she really like? No,
Who is this
I bring out a
woman?
different side of her.
you do. Like it's know what it is. Shine was like, you need that like fun friend that like gets your mom life, but also is like,
Get you going.
hey, let's go do something.
You're, like, I feel like you wasted your summer.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
You said, let's talk about it.
I did not go shake my ass at all.
Kids were gone across the country, and I'm like,
She didn't
you're
really.
where? You're watching your sister's kids.
I was playing with
You gotta be
Ryder.
working.
I was playing with Ryder.
I didn't have I don't get that one-on-one like Ryder time or like the niece. I needed my girl feel.
No, I get it.
And then after those kids, I was like into like school and yeah, I didn't have.
I feel like Kyle had a little bit of moments, but she didn't live it out like other people would, or maybe she needed that.
Yeah, like
just
I should have got
rest.
drunk at least once.
You didn't get drunk.
No. Lame.
Why are we both like,
I can't relate, but
Did I waste my summer, y'all? Was I being too serious? Like,
I just think that for me, even with my kid's dad being local, I take advantage of the times where I don't have to like be responsible. For little people, at least.
Yeah.
You know? Like, sometimes you just got to do something for you and just pour into yourself a little bit, you know?
it's coming.
Yeah.
Actually, it's here.
It's actually here. Her
It's
birthday's
here.
tomorrow.
My birthday is tomorrow.
Her birthday is tomorrow.
My
don't know
birthday
where
is
to set
tomorrow.
this thing
I'm
yet.
gonna be 34. Oh my gosh. I'm 34 and I'm making new friends and I'm about to be wild in these, not in the streets. I'm gonna be like on the sidewalk. Oh, I saw this podcast that they were talking about like being outside in the streets versus like
On the curb.
on the curb. And she was like, no, I'm on the sidewalk, but every now and then like
She'll step
I'll
onto-
step out. But she's like, but then I go back to the sidewalk where she's
Go
like,
back
you
where I
know,
belong.
yeah, it's trimmed over here. There's gardening. Like I know what's safe over here, where to go, where not to go. But then you go in that street, and a car might just be like, "Pew, gotcha." And I was like, you know what? That's where I am. I'm on the sidewalk.
on the sidewalk?
You're
I'm actually on like the porch, trying to get
You're
to the
watching-
He
sidewalk.
hasn't even walked
You're
out the
watching
front door yet.
She's just watching people. People watching.
I'm people watching,
Through the window.
trying to
Hey.
trying to figure out where I'm gonna like step out because it is I want to step out now, and like we were talking about birthday sex, you know,
You
like
were mentioning that to me
having
the other
birthday
day.
sex, and I was like, hey guys, I think I want to have some birthday sex this year. Cause in the last 5 years, even longer than that, like last year, I'm pretty sure I
birthday
had.
sex different than regular sex?
Well,
Do people have higher expectations of the sex?
I just don't have sex on my birthday. Like I haven't. Last year, I was with my children's father, and I'm pretty sure we had sex. Like,
So you did have birthday sex.
yeah, but it's like,
But it's,
did
I
I
guess
remember?
It's like,
Did I remember it?
Wanted it? Like it was because it was him.
Was it exciting?
wasn't predictable.
That's what I'm saying? Is it
Did I get spanked? Was it
that's
what
I mean.
want? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Is birthday sex supposed to be like a fantasy?
For me, yeah. I want
spontaneous.
Do you want to be choked? Like, what is going on in
it could be
birthday sex to you?
spontaneous. It could be planned. I want it to be intentional. I want it to be about me.
So you want to go on another scavenger hunt?
Oh yeah. Should I tell that story? I told Robin that story.
Oh, yeah. I think that's like...
If anyone would like to know how to get these.
How to get these what?
Tell us.
Oh my good Lord, child. Kyle has stories up the woo-ha.
Yeah, but they'll be like one-off stories. So here's one-off story that you can get only because... Robin is bringing me outside, y'all, and I want to play a little bit. And Shannon's coming too.
Yeah. Where am I going?
I don't know. We're gonna go play a little bit.
You said outside. Where am I going?
Shannon's like, I'm
on the curb.
I like my curb.
I'm on the curb right now.
She's like, I'm in the bed.
It's like I'm talking to somebody in the streets from my curb.
On the streets.
The scene.
What I don't know.
Music video was it where it's like the girl's in her house and the guy's on the street like trying to get her to come outside.
Like those are oldies. You're like, girls, come and play. Come and play. Come
Dead
on.
ass. Sometimes I'll be like, I haven't really been on social media, but like in the last like week, I've been back on Instagram, and every now and then I'll be scrolling. I'll be like, where is Robin at? Out.
Oh, I need to follow.
Dressed.
Yes.
Like dressed. That's what I need.
I think that's what I've been missing. Yeah. I want to get dressed.
I want to get dressed.
It's like
it is a feel good.
Because half the time when I go out, it's not even like you guys would think, oh, she's on another date or oh, she's. But it's just it's like sometimes it's dinner with an older girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
but
celebrating
I think that's
someone's
important
accomplishment. Like I'm all for if my friends accomplish something or thing.
Yeah.
Like, let me celebrate you because that's a big deal.
Yeah. I think that's important as a mom and as a single mom, like for us to get dressed and to feel a certain way, because most of the time our kids are just seeing us and they don't appreciate us getting dressed, like, or like going out. But like for us to like step out, even if it's our girlfriend or whoever, like to go out and like feel like I'm a badass bitch. Yeah. Like I'm that woman.
Like we're different than drop off at school.
Exactly. Yes.
Because I look homeless. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yo, drop off at school is one of the funniest things for me, because there's some mornings where like I have like a set meeting after drop off, so I'll like put clothes on, and then there's some where I'm like homeless too.
I just don't ever feel like I get dressed, like even at work. I feel like today is like my work outfit. Like I just don't. Yeah. I don't get ready for nobody.
I see the other parents who are in like full outfits, and I'm like, hey, and they're probably
what
like,
time did you wake up?
Right.
Like, fitted cap, Jordans,
yes.
like
right, like what? Where did I hear from?
Yeah, because I'm wearing somebody's old T-shirt.
That was actually funny.
That's funny.
Somebody's old T-shirt. That should be like a restamp that you put on somebody's old shirt.
School is back in session, and you know what that means? That means I have more time to use my favorite caraway pots and make dinner while my children are occupied. Thank you. Let me tell you about Caraway. Caraway has these non-stick kitchenware pots that make cooking a breeze and cleanup even easier than ever. With so many collections of their internet famous kitchenware to explore, there's a Caraway for every kind of cook. Lately, I've been loving my Dutch oven. I can make a meal in there and it lasts for like 2 or 3 days, which when you're a single parent, when you're a mom, you got kids, you need a budget, this Dutch oven helps your life. Caraway's kitchenware and bakeware, everything's non-toxic, chemical-free, and there's a ceramic coating, which means food can be prepared with peace of mind that no hard-to-pronounce chemicals will leach into your healthy ingredients. Every set comes in various modern shades to fit with any design aesthetic and includes easy access storage solutions to keep the kitchen tidy. You're going to keep your lids with your pots, y'all. It's amazing. Now, Caraway is introducing, they have a new prep set, which comes with 10 essential knives and utensils designed for chopping better, prepping cleaner, and storing easier. I can't wait to check mine out. Caraway products are made without any toxic materials like PFAS, PTFE, PFOA, and other hard-to-pronounce chemicals. The ceramic's naturally slick surface means minimal oil or butter for easy cleaning. It's that simple. And guess what? Caraway is well loved. Over 50,000 people have raved about their Caraway kitchen. Now it's time to try it for yourself. Visit carawayhome.com/TLC to take advantage of this limited time offer for 10% off your next purchase. The deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/TLC or use code TLC at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Do you ever find that just as you're trying to fall asleep, your brain suddenly won't stop talking? Do your thoughts start racing right before bed? It turns out one great way to make those racing thoughts go away is to talk them through. Therapy gives you a place to do that, so you can get out of your negative thought cycle and find some mental peace. I know personally when my brain is going through a crazy negative space, therapy helps me out. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with the licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/thinkloud today and get 10% off your first month. Visit betterhelp.com/thinkloud today. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/thinkloud.
I think this is a good point because it's like, how do you balance that mom life versus like your social life versus like work life? And I think right now I'm okay with my mom life. I love my mom life. Yeah. But I'm starting to get back into my groove and routine. But they're like, there's my work where I'm like, okay, I've got my routine, but now it's like social. But for me, I've been so out of the social scene that it's like, I don't even have like date clothes. Like, if I wanted to go out, I get so much anxiety and I get so stressed out because I'm like, I'm looking at these mom outfits or like clothes. Cheyenne's always like, your clothes are too big for your body. Like, I think sometimes maybe mentally I'm still like pregnant, so I'm not really pregnant. I wear oversized things. Yeah.
Show off that body, girl.
Yeah, I'm scared too because I don't really like attention like that. So it's like, it's a weird thing where it's like I want to go out and obviously I want to be seen because I would like my husband to be like,
that's her.
Found you.
I found her.
There she is. Like, but it's also like, why can't he just find me on the porch?
You have to leave your house.
You gotta step out.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be like wild, like when we were younger, you know, like it's not clubbing, you know, like
you just have to step.
Lounges, there's like bars, there's, you know, so many different fun, cool things that you could do. Like I've met cool people. I like to go to concerts. And like,
I love that.
Yeah. Like you just meet so many different people and that's like, you know, finding what you want after.
Did you go to Beyonce concert?
No, I didn't.
We didn't go either. And we thought about it.
Are you bitter about it?
Do you feel away?
I'm not really like a Beyonce person like that.
Me neither, but I felt like I should have been there.
To see?
I felt like I should have been at 50 Cent's concert. I didn't feel like I should have been at Beyonce. You know, like
you know what's weird? I did feel like a little, like a slight. At first, I was like, I'm not even into this shit. And then when I saw just how much community, I was like, damn, did I play myself as a black woman today? Like, that's how I
think
felt.
that's where I don't know. I don't, yeah.
I was like, it's not like, it wasn't even about the concert. I think it was
my brother even went. Steven went.
My stepmom was there partying. And
all my mom's friends went. They all posted. They were like, where are your silver pics? And I was like,
I was in the bed.
I wasn't. there.
I wasn't invited. I'm just kidding.
But I wasn't invited.
I wasn't invited.
What's crazy was
I missed it. Sorry.
I was invited to the show, and I was like,
this girl crazy.
I just
Why disappointed?
I just didn't feel like I belonged there or needed to be there. You know?
I feel that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was really intense, but like the idea of buying like a whole outfit, I guess people buy outfits for concerts already.
I mean, you buy
But like to go buy like a whole, who was selling all this silver stuff?
downtown. I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
yeah.
Or you just have it.
I
don't own silver, so I don't know why I just said that.
My closet is like, I would have been like, here's something that would have been like, bitch, that is gray and dull. Go, like,
Not great.
go sit down. Like, where's the sparkle? And I've been like, it's kind of.
I'm wearing it. I saw creative stuff. Like, there are people who like literally spent the time to bedazzle.
Oh, I know some.
Yeah.
Destiny made a whole like
Jean
jean
outfit?
outfit
It
out
was
of like
everything.
vintage jeans, and it was so cute. It was like a top and like a skirt, and she made these like boot things. And I wanted to say, you're so creative. Like, when did you find time? But these people don't have kids yet.
That part. That
Damn.
part. Sometimes I wish I had that extra time
I do too. So I just
But-
pray a little harder for my husband.
to come up.
Yeah.
Just like take care of them all the time.
I have a question for you, Kyle. What is something that you, going into 34, what are your intentions? What are your goals? Or what are you manifesting for this?
Well, this past year I've been in these classes to get these certifications. So this is my year to actually put these certifications into play.
Okay.
So, and it's not even to play. I'm just like developing my business right now. I'm working on WOM Recovery, which is my maternal legacy project that I'm doing. So WOM stands for Wish Upon a Mom, and it's all about like pregnancy, and it's all pre and postnatal services, and like early parenting education, I guess, for that like 0 to 5. Until my kids are older. But yeah, so right now it's just I'm trying to finish up my classes. I'm currently doing in classes for like 3 more certifications, so I'm just trying to get that done. But this is my year to like really officially get everything set up. So
That's your goal?
2025, yeah.
For 34.
34 is, have everything in place, all my banking, like
Yes.
build my credit. I've been really good with my personal credit, and I want to build like business credit. I want to do more things with my kids, like on the weekends. I want to like have my work week, so it's like work, and then like here's one day of like play for mom, where I'm just no kid free, but then here's like my kid activity. So I know my kid activity on the weekend, I really want us to be church. Like my
You really
mom,
want what?
I want to start taking the kids to church. So one of our friends last weekend was like, or 2 weeks was like, hey, do you want to go to church? Let's take the kids. They have a kid program. And I was so happy. It just happened to be a day where I had 9,000 things going on, so we weren't able to go. And then I know like you're very like into your faith, and we pray with the kids. And then Robin the other day mentioned church and with her kids and how pre-COVID she used to go.
I would go with like with my grandma, and it's like, I don't know, I had like my faith was tested, and so like I just felt like at that time it was time for me to take the kids, because I mean I was in children's choir, I would go to Sunday school, I was so involved in that as a kid that I wanted my kids to have that opportunity. And I think it's good because it's also something that they're able to do with my grandma. So a lot of kids aren't able to experience their great grandparents.
Yeah.
So that's just something that also gives her like a reason to live.
I love that.
It's something to like that they're gonna have, and then the older generation instills stuff in your kids that
you
people our
can.
age,
Yeah.
what like you would be like, dang.
What does that mean?
Do you guys still go to church, or?
So they started going with her on Sundays. I have
Oh, good.
not, but it's something that they're like.
It's like
They go. They love it though. Like the dressing up, the stockings, and the dress.
Oh, wait, so
it's-
y'all get dressed for church?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like,
Well,
no,
what?
no, but I'm saying like you really do it. Like that excites
you really
me.
Have your dress clothes,
What type of church? Because I know some church. I go to a non-denominational. I can't speak right now. So we're a little bit more. Like when we go to church, we still get dressed up, but not to the extent of like leggings and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So do you guys go to like a
So my grandma's a Methodist.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a little more
dressy.
Yeah.
But they will have like certain days where it's like, oh, jeans and a t-shirt. Like they make it fun.
See, like, I feel like I need church clothes now.
Well, I mean, it's just getting dressed.
I can't. No, I got crop tops, mom shirts, and
no,
I can't wear that.
I had to get church clothes. Because, you know, I'm like a bodycon type of person. So my grandma's like, we're not doing
that.
Yeah. Naked wardrobe is not church.
No, but I love that.
But I mean, like,
that
as far
so
as
funny.
like, and then
I get
her
you.
thing still is like, please cover your tattoos.
Yeah, because she's old school. And,
yeah, you know.
And
so I definitely still have that respect because I mean, these are her peers. So
yeah. Like, I'm presenting myself well.
No, these kids are going to church.
Because me and Parker haven't gone to church in a while, but that's one of our biggest things that we used to share before COVID and then a little bit after. But yeah, that was like me and his thing on Sundays. We would go to church, get ready, get dressed, and then, you know, I would ask him what he learned in his Bible school that day and like what he thinks about it. So I think that's awesome. I love that they get to go with their great
grandma.
Their great grandma. Y'all got me feeling like a spiritual heathen over here. My kids have not been to church.
I mean,
that's okay.
That's
like,
okay.
It doesn't mean like just because you don't have to go to church to believe in God.
No, I agree. We pray. Boz is,
you know,
very.
You
he prays
can
all
still
the time.
it in a different way. You guys pray every night. I mean, me and Parker don't pray every night, but he knows who God is. So I mean, like, there's different ways of like teaching your kid about God.
Ryder's really excited. She hasn't gone, and she's like, "What kind of like?" She's like, why haven't we gone? What kind of people are we?
Like, it's always the girls that are gonna check you.
She's like, it's right there. Like,
what's the excuse?
Yeah, it's. I
was actually looking at that today because one of my clients was telling me about that church, and they were like, "It's a really good one." But that's crazy because it is right down the street.
It's right down the street, but it's also
over here. The big one.
It's a huge church. My friend sent me another one. It's like a smaller church. It's like more of like a smaller church. To see the children's programs that they have, I was really excited. So, I think just hearing me talk about church, I wish Cheyenne was here. 'Cause she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, here's Kyle talking about church."
Do you have an opinion on like going to a black church versus a more like, I don't know how to, you know, like a more diverse,
multicultural,
diverse, maybe more like predominantly white church. Like, is that something that
I've been to places like that? What is it? It's like called Agape, where I feel like it's like a whole other sector. I feel, but it was very diverse, and I went and I enjoyed it. I love the message, but it was like the people, I think, kind of. Sometimes I feel like the people in the church can be a little bit more off-putting, so I kind of just disconnect, and I'm just there for the word.
You have to find your church. You have to find the perfect
church family.
I have to find.
You do. You have to feel like where you're comfortable and what you're looking for in church, and like, do you want a full black church or do you want a multicultural church? What do you want from it? And also, are you connecting with a preacher? Like, what kind of message do you want?
I think it's more so about the word, because it's also like with my children, you know, religion is such a universal thing, and I don't want them to be like, oh, God is only this, or God only applies to this person or to these, you know, there is an aspect where I want them to have like a strong sense of their black roots and their African roots within their faith. But it's also, I want them to be exposed to different types of people and thought processes. Like, diversity is very healthy to me. Like, without diversity, like, what are we doing?
No, I mean, I definitely
agree. Yeah. I feel like I have to shop around almost for a church and like go experience
I think
some
that's
of these places.
a part of the experience.
God, I'm growing up.
Yeah. Good for you. I'm proud of you.
It's not even just church, you know, that you go and like vet things out, you know, like even schools and like programs and stuff we want to do with the kids, for the kids, whatever, all those things.
Yes.
What was that for?
That was just like life.
Parenting in life.
It's all happening so fast, but it's like, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think that what's really exciting too, it's even though I'm like taking more on my plate, is having like my community and like my friends. The more I've been putting myself out there and like talking to people, seeing like how different people juggle different things, or how you're like take advantage of certain time.
Yeah.
Shannon's always like, breathe, girl, breathe, and take your moment of stillness when you need it. So it's like you get different things from different people, and
I think that's what a community is, like having different energies, like in different people, like you said, taking everything different.
I think that's something I would like to embrace more in my new year of upcoming of 34 would be not just like knowing what my community is or what's around me, but actually like interacting more, engaging more. You know,
but I like that quality about you.
What part?
The part where like
I'm like, what do you?
I'm like, what quality?
Like,
what do we like about her?
You're the person that like wants to like dive into something, and like when you do it, you really do like. You're like the organizer, the go all out friend, because it's like at our kids' previous school, they had like a festival thing, and she's like, okay, I can do this, I can bring this. And I was missing that part of being involved as a mom. And so like that's something where it was great that like you would make me want to participate in things that I'd be like, girl, I don't have the energy to do that.
We are elevating each other as moms over here.
No, that's
I'm
important.
Not setting up a booth, and I'm not slinging anything, and I'm not.
No, I love that.
Yeah, and it's like she's like, Robin, let's go, let's do it. Like, we could sell nail polish. My niece has nail polish. We could do.
It was a kid event. I was like, let's go.
Just like, I don't like to take on things by myself like that because it's
overwhelming. That's overwhelming.
And then the kids are there too, and it's like,
But it's nice to have that friend to like hold you accountable and be like, hey girl, let's do this. You got it. I'll hold your hand while we do it. Like, you don't have to do it alone. We can do it together.
We've been trying to figure out our side hustles, like, because Robin's in school.
Yes, finishing this nursing degree, y'all.
Oh, good. Yeah. Love that.
So it's like, I'm excited for this.
Next chapter.
Your next chapter?
Next chapter's at 35. This is like the end of like a chapter. And then we'll go to the next book. 35 is going to be like a new book, new games, all new rules.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, this is like, this is literally like my year of like, this is my ending of like coming out of my shell. So I feel like anytime I've like had like a level up, whether it's like mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, like.
Well, there you have it. I like that you just put it that way. I love that you didn't say this is new chapter, but this is the ending of your old book.
Of an old book where it's like, I'm coming out stronger. I'm coming out with new tools. Like Robin said, when I get into something, I dive in. So like the whole thing now is like pregnancy recovery, and I'm learning a whole lot about vaginas and wombs and stuff. It's really crazy.
Because you've been at it for a while with that, so I'm excited for you to like end that chapter of like, and then getting it done.
Yeah, I'm ready to like not be over, like get the learning part down, so I can be like, okay, now I'm done. Here's my business structure, and then like I'm out to like I'm off like.
I feel like once you tackle this,
I'm excited for you.
Completed, you'll be able to kind of like, it'll be one thing. You're like, okay, I did it. I got it. Yeah. And now you can try, go on to the next thing. And I think the biggest thing too is like you want to find yourself again.
Yeah, and this has really helped me do that.
Do you think 34 you'll find yourself even like until you get to 35, or do you think that you're on that path?
I've already found myself. Like when I say I found myself, it's so crazy.
What does that mean to you?
Little rewind. After high school, I feel like I was having like an identity crisis or issues or questions. So I went to go seek out or like find myself. When it's like I've always been myself, it was just a matter of embracing myself or just like accepting or learning how to utilize my gifts or my tools or, boundaries. So I've like realigned myself in a lot of ways with, I feel like, my true self. And I'm like getting back on track because I got knocked off, and then having children was even more like, I'm gonna kick you over there. Let's see you fight for yourself now. So it's like these last like 5 years, I feel like I've just really been fighting for myself and like now and my kids and just my loves, my passion, things that make me happy. And now I get like I want to reside in my place of happiness like permanently. And right now I feel like I still, even though it's there, like it's like I have to visit it at times because I'm still like on that crunch, or I'm still like, how am I supposed to cook dinner and give you a bath and help you with your homework at the same time? And your brother wants to go outside. You know, it's like mentally I'm just juggling a lot. So once this is done, my time I'll be able to redirect my time a little different. But it's yeah, I'm actually really excited for the end of this chapter. Like,
good. I'm happy. I'm excited for you.
Super.
Yeah, because then it's like that girl is gonna be there, and I'm gonna be like, this is what they've been talking about.
That's funny that you just said that.
Like, this is what they've been talking about.
It's interesting that you just said that, because when people are like telling you about yourself, and you're like, who?
Yeah.
Like, who is that person you just told me about?
And
like,
I'm like, oh wait,
this is like it for you to see who other people see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that's the coolest thing about having like new friends, or like putting myself out there, hearing like what other people say about you. Like, you need those reminders.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah. So y'all, if you've been,
that is me, huh?
Yeah,
I am that girl. Oh, okay.
Literally, like, stop sleeping on yourself. And it's like, find you a Robin, because they are out there.
Yes,
and it's at first I was like, I think I was so unsure, because I was like,
no, she wasn't. She's not.
No, she wasn't. She loved me.
No, I definitely loved Robin.
I knew she,
but I was also
already
like,
my friend. Literally, she didn't text me back. She voice noted me like,
oh, 43
I love it.
seconds, okay?
43 seconds.
She was my friend from the jump.
You're like, oh, okay, we getting voice notes. Got it.
Right.
I love it. That's so real.
That is real.
Right.
Because Kyle will hit you and you're like, oh, okay. Hi, friend. I love you too.
I'm trying, y'all. I really am.
No, you're doing. You're not trying. You're doing. It's
yeah.
This has been me applying.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know what I want for my next year, but what is something that
you were talking about your
like something maybe you want for yourself, or something you want in our friendship, or like something you'd like to see for me?
I can say what I want in my next coming year.
What you want, boo?
So
I like your nails, by the way.
Thank you.
They're so pretty.
Bubble bath.
Yeah.
Yep.
They look good.
So
You know.
I guess me coming up to my birthday soon, I've come to realize that I want clarity in everything that I speak, in my attentions in life and work and everything. I feel like I have set my intentions. I feel like I've set things in place, but I feel like I haven't been 100% clear of what I want. I'll say like, I want this in my life. I want this type of man, or I want this and this and this, but I'm not clear on the details. So for myself, I want to take time with my intentions to be super clear and while I talk to God, exactly what I want from him and exactly what I see or what God sees in my future. So
also, like, are you prepared? Like, I know you're envisioning, or you see these things, and I've had this moment too where I see, or I'm like, this is what I want, and then I get it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I was so stuck on maybe what I wanted that I miss
what
the
God
blessings
wanted.
of like what God wanted for me, or like, yeah. So it's like sometimes I know I can get stuck in the details too.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm not even stuck in the details. Okay. I don't think I even have details for myself. I feel like if I speak to God more clear, that maybe then he'll understand what I want in my life or what I'm asking for. And maybe he'll show me what I don't need. And I think that's what I need more of, like becoming into my new era of 34. I also want to embark on like going by myself on a trip And I've been thinking about that more often and what that looks like. And I've never gone on a solo trip or a solo like getaway or anything for myself for a couple of days and just gone on my own path with just going with the flow in a different area than being at home. So I think that's another thing that I really want to do and I'm excited for.
I love that.
Yeah.
Have you had a solo mom trip since
Have you had
you've become a mom?
Like locally or like
Either
anything.
No, I haven't.
No, yeah.
No, I've honestly like all of my trips are with my kids.
Yeah, and I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah. No, I take them. I travel with them. Like I don't even do birthday parties anymore. We go places. Because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
By
I
myself
think
though, and that was like
It's a lot.
the first day of travel. We didn't even leave the hotel room.
Yeah.
I was gonna kill somebody. Yeah, no, I would love to do that.
I think that's
go
important.
places by myself though. Like one of my good friends, like I would never understand. She's like, "Oh, I just took myself to the movies."
I love that. I love going to myself.
Yeah.
Like she's like, "Oh, I just went and did this," and I'm just like, "By yourself?"
Yeah.
I'm so afraid to be by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
So you haven't taken yourself on a date before?
No, like I don't.
I
don't. But then I started doing it recently. Now,
Oh, good.
I'll go anywhere by myself.
I
It's
love.
like liberating.
Yeah,
It's very.
I will walk through Home Goods by myself. Like
I love it. I think it's
the
so
simple pleasures. Like you.
No, it's so important. I will go to dinner by myself, sit at the bar, get myself a drink, and just
enjoy
the moment of like having a amazing. Like I love taking myself to a nice, expensive dinner, having a cocktail, and just like vibing out.
That's real.
Like at the bar and just people watching and just enjoying myself in that.
Watching.
But like I feel like I'm ready for that next step of like literally booking myself a room or an Airbnb and just living my best life. And I was speaking to another mom about this and she's done it a couple of times and she was like, "Yeah, girl, like bake yourself an amazing dinner."
Yeah.
And like, I'm thinking about maybe going to Joshua Tree. She was like, get an Airbnb so you can sit under the stars and just like enjoy the quietness and stillness and be in your own mind.
I do love that because I'm a nature.
Yeah, me too. So like that's one of my biggest goals is like to just sit and like be at peace and like hear my own thoughts.
Would you guys be done for like a mom's retreat?
I don't know if I'm ready. Like, I don't know. Maybe.
I've thought about it. Like, I'll see them online. And that's the thing where I'm like, I'll go look at the mom's retreat.
I have a different mom
and
style.
I look at them and I'm like, this seems really surface level. Or it's like, I'm like, to me, if I'm going to be around a bunch of moms, I actually want to have like real conversation and get deep. Like, I don't want to just be worried about like my outfit for the day or if like, you know, oh, do we just look cute while we're doing these activities, or are we really digging deep with the activities?
I picture those types of retreats as like not really like vulnerable, and I
want to be vulnerable.
Yeah, like I can't.
Or maybe they are.
Yeah, or maybe.
I don't know.
I could be judging it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I can't say I won't do it because I should be trying to try new things now, more new things.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Get out of the comfort zone and not prejudge shit.
You know what? That's what I want to do this year. I want to do some new things. Like, I get really, like, I'm like a creature of habit.
And I think it's good to step out and adventure for yourself. Especially as moms and we're so wrapped up in our daily lives. Yeah. I think it's so important to venture out sometimes, and like I think that's why it's so important for me to like do a solo trip is to step out of my comfort zone. And I think I need to keep challenging myself to have that growth and to know what like to know what to give to Parker more. Like
helps you reset.
It makes you and I think I think that's my biggest thing. I keep wanting to reset. I keep wanting to be this next step of myself for Parker, so I can know like more what I can feed into him.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Is he vocal with you about his wants and needs and even maybe his expectations from you as a mom?
Sometimes he's vocal when he is emotional. So when I'm frustrated with his, like, when he's like sad or whatever, I'll be like, come on, Parker. He'll vocalize and tell me, hey, let me feel my feelings and let me go through what I'm going through. Mm-hmm. And for me to hear that from a 7-year-old, he's been saying this for a minute now, but like, it's like, oh shit, like, you're right.
Yeah.
Let me not take you away from whatever you're feeling. Feel that out, because I don't want to like mess that up.
We have to allow them
to feel sometimes, but not in, I won't allow him, like, not in a tantrum style. It's just just cry it out. Yeah. You want to cry? Then let you cry. Let me not take that away from you.
I feel
let me say you can't. Yeah.
Parker and Lonnie are like the same age. Mm-hmm. The way that they're communicating their emotions and feelings. I'm like, okay, this is what I asked for. But then when I get it,
you're like, shit.
I can't handle it, because I'm like, wow, you're
vocalizing it. Yeah. You're telling me.
You're doing the communicating that I can't do.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Communicating that I can't, but that's real.
But it's true. And it's like, you have to listen to them.
You do.
Real, they're not just, they're people.
Yeah, and I feel like they teach
feelings.
you.
I was
there are teachers. There are teachers, so.
And I don't want to discredit my kids' feelings, so I let them have that moment.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
That is so real. I've enjoyed this time with you.
Yes, thanks for having me. Loved it.
I'm gonna say
I'll be back.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yes, we'll have to do this again. Cheyenne's like, I want to do it with Cheyenne. Cheyenne's really good with asking like the questions. Yeah, I feel like she's more used to being like interviewed in a different style, so she like knows how to like guide and direct,
dig things out.
Yeah, so I'm here to. I'm curious to see her take on some things, and like this conversation's kind of like inspired some other things that I like want to touch on, just like with moms and dating. Like even next year I want to be in like a relationship, so it's like once I'm in that relationship or when I'm gearing towards that, like when do I bring my kids into play? Like what are the conversations I have with their
whole
dad?
Whole nother episode.
It's a lot. Episode, so it's I would love
for that one.
Yeah.
I got questions.
We got questions. Yes. We're trying to figure this out, and that's the thing. It's like, how do you do this? Like, where's the guidebook? Where are the coaches at?
But yeah, well, thank you for coming on. So we usually end our episodes with a WTF moment, which is like something from your week that's like, what the fuck just happened, or advice that you might have. Okay. So my WTF, I can start off.
Shannon's like, she got one today.
I have one. It's actually.
Sometimes we'll all be sitting here like,
Let me think. What happened?
I saw this like trend, and it's it was like a song. What was I?
I'm so curious now.
So it was like, you write this song. It was from
Is this a TikTok thing?
I don't know. I'm really not on TikTok. Okay, so it was a Mary J. Blige song, and like you write these words of her lyrics, and like you're questioning like your man, right? So I write.
Wait, yes, I've seen it.
Yeah. So
as if it's the song.
Yeah.
And then
they're like, "Would you lie?" And then like all these things. So
you're sending song lyrics.
You're singing the lyrics, but it's to like.
But it sounds like you're questioning your man, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So
some men catch on to the song.
Yeah, some men catch on to the song. So I decided to do it to the guy I'm talking to.
Oh gosh,
so funny.
I failed because he was not in the mood. He was like, I'm not in the mood to play games right now. What are you talking about? And I was like, oh, never mind.
What are the lyrics like?
It was like, I got something to ask you, and then it's like, would you lie? Would you do these things? And then it was like all these questions, and he was like, huh? And like, what? But usually, most of the time, the guys catch on and like sing the rest of the song.
It was literally just.
And he was like,
she made it past the chorus.
I did. I was like, okay, I'm good. And I kept like, Shannon, it's not the time right now to play with me. What's going on? What's up? I was like, I was like, never mind. I was like, I guess this is not. It was the biggest fail of my life. I was like, fuck. I just wanted to be funny. I just want to be funny with you. I'm like so sorry.
It's like, dang, maybe I'm not funny.
That part. I was like, oh, I am totally out the ball game. Like, I just failed at this little trend that I thought was going to be so funny with us, and it wasn't funny.
Girl, I never known you to do something on trend either. This is a funny story.
I'm never on fucking trend. I was trying new things.
Yeah, she's trying new things.
This man inspired her to sing him a song.
Y'all.
I wish I would.
Man, I really tried to sing this song.
Maybe if I had a man, though, I'd be like, ooh.
She working on it.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's in the work.
It is.
I'm working on it too.
Yeah. I don't even want a boyfriend. I just want to be like, hey, will you be my wife? And I'm going to be like, yes.
Are you sure that's happened?
I know it happened before.
No, I don't think you want that. I don't think you want that.
It happened this summer.
Yeah, I don't think you want that, Kyle.
Okay, I want it from the right person. That's what it was. It wasn't from the right. Damn. Shannon's like, girl, you've
stop.
been there. It happened.
You've been there a couple of times saying you didn't want it. So maybe you don't.
Weren't you scared the last time?
She was very scared. So I don't think she wants a husband, you guys. I think
I
she
do
is.
want a husband.
You do, but just take your
own husband.
Okay, take.
I feel like let's start smaller.
Let's just date.
I just like want to skip like to year 2.
Let's get a pet first.
I have children. I do not need a pet.
Okay, backtrack.
But my children are not
Anyways,
pets.
what
We
is? Do you
My-
have any WTFs or advice, Kyle?
Take your time. Go slow.
After she just said she wanted a husband.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Man, she just said.
I'm trying to grow up, y'all, and be mature.
Maybe that's what you need to take to being 34.
Yeah.
No, I want to
that
still
advice.
be me.
Maybe you take your advice and go slow.
It's not working.
Yeah, it hasn't worked, but
Take it slow. Maybe Kyle.
take it slow.
Do you take it slow? Do you have any advice?
No, I don't want to take it slow. That's my issue.
Maybe you rush into things.
Yeah, my WTF is me realizing I'm me, and I'm like, you know what? This is just what it is. These are my toxic traits. These are my great traits. Not mean. I was like, my WTF is like me like accepting and being like, nope, this is just me, y'all. It's not really a WTF. I love me, but it's also like, you know, I say things and then it's like, oh no, you learned your lesson there. Take it slow. So yeah, take it slow.
I think I need to learn from my lessons. I think I dismiss them.
I should probably write them down so I can remember them.
I like dismiss them. Like I know what I need to take from the lesson, and I just be like,
nah. Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Me. So
That's real. I'd be like, I get the lesson, but
I just don't feel like applying it. Maybe or like
No, I feel that.
Yeah,
100%.
But I think
I still want to have fun.
the thing that I want to really apply to my life now is just like following through with things. I tend to put a lot of things on my plate and then I go like crazy because like obviously as one person you can't do everything.
That's real.
And so one thing that I really would like to do is like I have a great village. I have 2 great new friends. I feel like you can lean on people and it's not a burden. But I don't take advantage of that all the time. And that's
like,
something that I think would help me just like in general.
I love that.
Yeah.
I actually, maybe that is my advice. Take advantage of your village. Because like even like the other day, Shannon called and she had work and she was like, I need help with Parker. I was like, perfect.
It was the perfect.
Yeah. And it made me feel really happy.
It made me, it made me feel so full. Like I appreciate, I don't think you know how appreciative I was of that moment because I was really struggling that week. Like I don't have anyone to help me right now. And like, I usually depend solely on my parents. And I was like, you know what? Let me just use my village. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I know Kyle and Cheyenne. Let me hit up Kyle. And I asked, and she was like, of course, I got you. And I think I hesitated because I had an early call time. And I'm like, well, I don't know if my friends, like, if I can depend on you like that way. And I know I can, but I've never asked. It's the asking part.
Yeah.
And so when I asked, you were like, you know what? It's early, but I got you.
So come on.
Yeah. You're like.
She's the auntie that will have like 10 kids and be like, cool, let's go, guys.
Yeah. And you know, like, and
somebody could be like, can I bring mine over too? And I'm looking around like, okay.
Yeah. Because we were outnumbered at the pool the other day.
Like, we had, it was a whole bunch of kids. Yeah, I'm definitely like that mom and that auntie who's like, come on, bring them on. Like, I just want a bunch of kids. Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning into the Think Loud Crew podcast. Thank you, Robin, for joining us today. Very excited. This has been like a nice, chill episode. My birthday's tomorrow, and I'm going a little crazy. I still can't believe it. There's a lot of anxiety.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to go like, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on, leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. We're on all of them. Wherever you listen, go leave something. You can find us on our YouTube as well, the Think Loud Crew, and our Instagram. You can find me on Instagram or Snapchat. I've been snapping a lot lately. I haven't been posting on Instagram, y'all. Snapchat is where you see the real me. It's R. Kyle Lynn.
And you can follow me at Hair by Shanan C.
And where can people find you, Robin? Do you want people to find you?
Okay, guys, don't judge me. Yes, XO Rabiana.
I love that.
I'm here for it.
Yes. You'll see the real Kyle on there. So just follow.
Y'all,
all right, you guys.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
We'll see you next week. And don't forget to tell your crew about our crew. Ciao.